My name is Monte B. Maxwell, aka L Genius, owner and operator of P Square Media and the Omaha Hip Hop Awards. I have been in the music industry for about the better part of since I was 14 years old, so about 20 years or so. And I have put on a lot of artists, meaning I put out their product. I've also put out a lot of my own product. And I'm going to show you how data analytics has allowed me to grow from a songwriter into a song owner and entrepreneur. So I'm from Nebraska, but I migrated out to the New Jersey, New York area to, branch out and work with more artists and get more versed into the business that I was in. Um, so I'll let you know how managerial analytics has let me have sort of an edge on artists where I'm from, because really artists where I'm from aren't doing the sort of things that I'm doing. But that's not a knock against them. It's just I'm just doing stuff a bit more different than what I've seen artists do. So the first thing that I learned as far as how managerial analytics applies to the music industry is applying the website traffic and who actually goes to the websites to actually check out these artists. So, with that being said, the information that I've used over the years to determine who's who is by marketing segmentation. I take the data as far as who's clicking and where they're clicking at, as far as regionally, how long they're staying on the website, which pages they're actually going to, how they are actually being engaged. And I use that information to tailor the website towards a certain demographic. Well, the most dominant demographic. I don't overdo it, but I do tailor it towards those type of people, and I do pay more attention towards the pages that do get more hits than I do the other pages that don't. So the traffic kind of dictates the life cycle of my artists' websites and stuff like that. So that's the first thing. I'll apply that with the artists, and I'll also apply that with the Omaha Hip Hop Awards. Now, with the Omaha Hip Hop Awards, how the website data is translated and into me and into making me a better decision maker is the fact that I'm able to see who's voting and how. I'm also able to see what their gender is, what their age is, what their nationality is. All this information is collected through the voting process. And so I'm able to see year by year how the awards has changed as far as the attention demographically in the Omaha, Nebraska, and Midwest area, which has never been done really on that scale, because nobody really ever pays attention to the music scene there as far as in that depth of analytics. And that's just the first part. So with that being said, I'll tell you more on how the analytics translates into the music industry. I'll shy away from the awards. Well, when we look at artist sales and the numbers of actually what an artist is doing, we use this information to dictate whether or not we should keep an artist or whether or not we should let an artist go, whether or not we should put out another project or whether or not we should just let them go. The analytics of the sales is huge, and sometimes it doesn't make really any sense, but sometimes it does make sense. A lot of the sales push comes from the company behind, as far as the marketing direction, but also comes from the artist and his music and his just overall impact on the sales market. So we'll take a look at artists like Drake. Drake, of course, is doing huge numbers in the music scene. So his marketing team is just flooded with this information, this influx of people who are listening to Drake and understanding Drake and who are fans of Drake. So with that being said, so they're giving information as far as what type of songs should Drake be making. What type of audience should Drake be tailoring to? Who's his most loyal fan base? Who's his most core fan base? Let's do things for that. So if you're able to gather that information and utilize it, you can actually make yourself be more efficient at being a brand and turning yourself not into just being an artist, but you turn yourself into an actual brand that way through that targeting of your segmentation. So let's talk about how Facebook and Twitter also comes into this, the social media aspect. Uh, a lot of artists right now, their social media aspect, their social media following is probably more important than their sales a lot of the times. We'll take a an artist like Soldier Boy. Soulja Boy just signed, I believe, a $400 million deal based upon his social networking outreach. That's it. So the amount of people who are actually following it and engaging in Soulja Boy's day-to-day operations, these companies saw an opportunity to use his database as far as his following to market their products to. So they're paying him $400 million to do it, even though Soulja Boy has sold millions and millions of records. So his use of data from his record business in the business, and he used that to cultural following, and then changed up his ways as far as what he was doing to not only include the music but also to include fashion and other things. And he transformed it into an opportunity to make $400 million because of the amount of people that he could reach who gravitate towards Soulja Boy's type of brand. So let's talk about how the concert data as well applies to the music industry and how we use it as far as gaining an edge. We like to look at who's performing and who's at these crowds. So we look at places like South by Southwest, and we want to examine the South by Southwest market to see who's actually taking the time out to actually go to these festivals, who is actually putting the money and the effort to afford to attend these meetings, these large gatherings. Who are the fans that are actually going to get off the seats and actually go in there and do something about it and actually see somebody live? These are our hardcore fans and innovators in the multimedia and music industry. So with the data, you can actually take the demographic of who's purchasing tickets, who's actually going to the concerts and the shows in Austin and around the country for the South by Southwest festivals. And we can use that data to, once again, market directly to the interests of people who are most likely to attend these festivals. And we can also look at who is also most likely to lead in the innovation of the next music wave. So you can almost predict the future and use predictive analytics to see, well, what's going to be popular in the future, in the near future. All this information allows us to dictate our marketing budget and push our marketing budget towards a certain area. Instead of just throwing a shotgun blast, we're able to use a sniper round, so to speak. And with that sniper round is much more effective than a shotgun blast at longer distances. And if we like to use time as a distance, then if you really want to be have a longevity in this game, you really need a sniper blast, not a shotgun round. So, with that being said, we'll talk about the allocation as far as the resources and the decision making. P Squared Media, we are not really that big of a company, so the resources are very, very important when they're used in a certain way. So I can't just really throw away, the money and the funds based upon poor information. I've always had to be specific in what I was doing. And so we use our information as far as our data in order to make those really, really important long sniper shots of decision making, so that we don't have to do things 2, 3, 4 times and lose revenue and money on things we need to have better decision making tools for. So with that being said, I'm gonna show you a few things as far as what we've done on the screen. I won't show you all the numbers, but we'll just show you what I do on a day-to-day basis. Okay, thank you.